Ooh, this isn't as set up as I would like, but that's okay. That's okay. Hello, my Sagittarius, my Sagittarians. I'm Val with Eternal Transformation Tarot. This is Manda Pants, my socket sponge. It looked like I pushed her up. I did not. She just jerked up. It kind of scared her. This is Manda Pants, our psychic sponge in the tribe. I am here to do your timeless tarot reading. I trust universe so that when you come in, whatever time you hit this reading, that's when it's meant for you to happen. Or, well, yeah, for you to happen. We're going to start with the Mystical Oracle. I'm feeling this again. I used it for Taurus as well. And then feeling for you guys, I want to pull a star seed at the end. Well, I may pull it in the beginning and read it at the end. We're going to read. What they're showing me is to pull this first and then pull your spread and then read this. But I'm feeling like I should pull it in the beginning and then read it at the end for whatever reason. For the energy, I guess. Whew, Lord of mercy. Had some anxious energy coming in. I didn't think I was going to get on the video, so now I got to clear that out. I shuffled all the decks. We're going to be using the traditional tarot for your basic spread. Just FYI, I have amazing moderators on here. I do not read the comments during these readings. The only time I read comments is whenever I am on my Sunday church. However, I do go back and read every single comment after. So make sure if you ask a question, first trust my moderators. Second thing I would suggest is to check the community tab after, because I occasionally go and answer questions in the community tab. I'll say at your name or your handle and answer your question. It helps though if you put it in the comment box after the video has been posted. That way, you know, but whatever you want to do. This is your reading. Earth School for your Starseed card. I'm not reading this yet. I will read the bottom. Life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. Life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. Notice how she's jumping from a portal and deep diving into this new world. Oh, yes. Some of you came from far, far away. Some of you came from far, far away. Okay, let's pull you a mystical shaman oracle. What's going on with my Sagittarians? Well, everybody take a big old deep belly breath. No matter when you're watching this, time is fluid. Time is fluid. Take a big deep belly breath. Up your spine, out your crown chakra, releasing all expectation of this reading so that they can blow your mind. Calling in all angels, spirit guides, passed on loved ones of the light, God, Spirit, Source, Allah, the powers that be, y'all. The powers that be. As long as you're of the light, tell us your messages here for our beautiful Sagittarians. Ooh, something buzzed hard. Oh, Pancha Mama. Oh, I love this card. Pancha Mama. This is male or female. Ooh, powerful. Ooh, you coming into some power. Pancha Mama. You're very old soul, huh? 40. This is also numerology 40. We're going to have to read a little bit of that right now. Pancha Mama 40. Now, a lot of people, while I don't want to say discourage, I'm not a cross-watching myself. You are welcome here always. Do what serves you. However, I always, just a friendly suggestion, if you're sticking on your own stuff, you shouldn't really have to cross-watch for people, you know? And a lot of people use the videos I do almost as daily readings. That is absolutely welcome. Okay, that's why I make these timeless. So if you're just tuning in, no matter where your chart lies, there is a little bit of every sign in some way, shape, or form in your chart. Just because the planets we know of don't land in it doesn't mean that you don't have a little Sagittarian in you, right? So whenever you are tuning in, or if you want to use these as daily sort of what to tap into, there's so many lessons in every single one. You can go back and watch all the videos I post, I learn from every single one. I love it. So that is welcome. I don't know why I'm having a hard time breathing. I want to say I'm feeling some tightness and some shoulders for some of my Sagittarians out there. I'm feeling some shoulder pain, especially like almost a tightness in the upper shoulder area. I'm also having a hard time breathing, like a constriction in my chest area. More's coming. They're telling me to shut up. They're showing me a few different things and they're making me feel these different things, but they're saying shut up. Let's keep going. It's coming. It's all going to pull together. The essence of this card for Pachamama. Pachamama. This is 40 again. Pachamama. There's something about her that actually looks like my mom. I don't know what it is. She doesn't have that nose, but I don't know, something about her look. Pachamama represents the unconditional love that Earth has for all of her children, including the stones, the plants and animals and humans. She is the goddess of Earth, also known as Gaia, who pervades over creation on our planet. Thanks to Pachamama, our timeless soul can experience life in a biological body. The joy and the pain that we taste during our brief time on Earth are invitations to discover the boundless love of Pachamama. Now here's the invitation. Here's the invitation of Pachamama. If you are just tuning in, this is for you. You are a child of the earth. Now is the time to eat right, love right, and be joyous. Regardless of the circumstances you may find yourself in, be grateful for your life, your body, and all that nourishes you. Pachamama invites you to relish each breath. I think it's so funny because I'm actually having a hard time catching my breath. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I'm like I can breathe fine. I mean, my lungs are fine, but when I got on here, it was like there's not enough air. That's what I kept thinking. There's not enough air. There's not enough air. It's very strange. Embrace your joy and your pain equally and discover love through both. Let Pachamama know how much you appreciate all of her blessings with an act of service, such as planting a tree, helping save an endangered species, or protecting an ocean. I think this is so interesting because I was just talking to one of my brothers, Aiden, about how much joy gardening brings him. When you garden, you are giving back to Gaia, Pachamama. And so you become one with her, male or female. Okay, let's see what's in this reading, and then we're going to move. Remember, at the end, we're going to read this card here, Earth School. I thought that might help, but interesting energy. Okay, we have the Hanged Man here. Some of you may have had some moments. This is here in the pre-shuffle. In the pre-shuffle, I'm putting all of these back, okay? Now, we also have this Page of Wands, very much you, Sagittarius, coming up. It's like you want this new growth, this new verb for life again. Notice the growth at the top of his staff. You want this new verb and growth for life again. But there's been some confliction. There's been some confliction, maybe like negative, not entities, people, you know, mapping in your ear. And it's hard to stay on course. It's hard to stay on course of that positive thinking, keeping your positive mind whenever you keep having this. And it's almost like I'm feeling in this way. It's because if you look closely, it's a bunch of boys just playing around, right? There's no harm meant. And no one's really paying attention. It's kind of like when mama comes and hollers, hey, one of y'all is going to get hurt. One of y'all is going to get hurt, right? And she comes and hollers at you. Nobody's meaning harm. However, they don't realize the harm they're doing and just spouting their negative words, right? It's very interesting. And it's almost like you're stepping away from that. Like, I'm going to take my staff over here, right? I'll take my staff over here. And then we also have the moon, some illusion. So, interesting. Let's see what this is talking about. Spirit, what's in their soul? I'm putting all those back. What's in their soul? For Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Yes, and Venus. What's in their soul? So that's like, for instance, if you are considering, like if you're wondering about love, instead of cross-watching, go watch your own Venus. And usually something will come out for you there. Watch your Venus sign. What sign was crowning over Venus the moment you were born, if you know the time you were born. There's lots of free calculators online. You just have to type in sun, moon, rising calculator, and a million will come up. Ooh. Woo! Ooh, that came out in your pre-shuffle too. Interesting. High Priestess. Ooh, yes. I am liking that. Someone has a very deep well of wisdom and knowledge. I'm feeling immediately. This is reading intuitively right off the bat. I'm going to keep on pulling to see more. But your soul is coming up as the High Priestess. It's like someone has the need to see more beyond the veil. Almost like Virgo-esque energy. It's like that Hermit energy. Like, I need to see more. Like, I can never have enough knowledge. I need to see more. And kind of integrating this knowledge and wisdom right now. I'm feeling. What's in their ego? What's in their ego? What's in their ego? Please, for Sagittarius. Oop. What did I just say? Oh, it's so much like the Hermit. It's so much like the Hermit. Okay, so 2 major arcana cards right in the center of your reading. This is your soul and this is your ego, right? Your subconscious and your conscious mind. Very powerful already. Okay, this is very much, you could say psychic. You could say very, very strong empath. But this is someone that's more going to Jones out on reading about religions and the different types of religions and bring it all together to make their own ideas, right? Now, I will say sometimes you must sit and receive the wisdom instead. If you are consistently searching, you know, there's this one card that shows the reversal of the Hermit and his robes are all tattered, like he's been looking too long. It's kind of that fart in the wind. When you try to grab it, there it goes. You know, the harder you look at it, the further it moves from you. Yet when you relax your mind, and step into spirit, it's the same thing I'm always saying. Praying is talking to God. This is that seeking, right? But meditation is listening to God. It is a two-way conversation. Now, I love the High Priestess here. I'm going to speak on this just a little longer than I normally do because they're pinging me on it. And when I say they, I mean your spirit guides, y'all. So we notice here that we see the pomegranates in the background. We also see here the palms. So pomegranates and palms. This is the divine feminine and masculine. We see the veil that hides what's on the other side of the universe. You lift that veil and you see God, right? The wisdom. She's holding the Torah in her hands. The wisdom. The moon at her feet, for she is truly intuitive. Now notice how her skirts, this is what they want me to point out, her skirts are melting into this sort of waterish, you know, this water, right? Floating over the moon and into water. In most cards of the deck, this is called the river of consciousness, or the river of the subconscious. You will see this river floating through the Empress, the Emperor, the Magician. It's floating through some way, shape, or form through most of them. I don't think I've seen it in the Hierophant, but I will have to look. Now here we have the Hermit. Now look at this. He looks very much like Gandalf, the wizard. Always seeking wisdom, always seeking truth. This is coming out in your ego. What they are saying is whatever you are seeking right now, don't grab at it too hard. Be soft with it. Relax into the question. Ask your question and then surrender it, right? I'm feeling surrender here. This answer is coming to you. Interesting center. And also, if anyone has been feeling some psychic gifts opening up, I would say it's a very powerful indicator of somebody waking up and really getting downloads, really getting psychic gifts, something Something being illuminated. Because often the High Priestess is about something that is hidden, right? And what is he doing? Illuminating. Illuminating. Something being illuminated. Let's see what this is. Spirit, what's in the root of this reading? In this 3D world, please tell me what's in the root of this reading. I have to say, I just looked down and saw the Queen of Cups. I've seen it multiple times. Again, with that consciousness flowing through the High Priestess. That every bit of water that flows through these cards has come from the High Priestess at some point. What's being illuminated? What's in the root of this reading? What's in the root of this reading? Remember to like and subscribe. It's like tipping. I can feel like they want to shake it up. I can always feel it. Remember to like and subscribe. It's like tipping if you'd like to actually tip. I have 3 links in my description box: PayPal, Venmo, and Cash App. Tell me what you want to manifest and release. For my full and new moon ritual, I include you in both. That buzzed. Now remember, the Fool comes after the High Priestess, so there is no river of consciousness yet. You're starting over. Oh yes, you're starting over. And notice how he holds the flower out. Love me not. I'm doing me. I no longer care about keeping up with the Joneses. I no longer care what people think. I am only as old as my mind tells me. Right? Eternally transforming. This is also 0 in the tarot deck. The very first, most powerful card. This one in the world are probably the most powerful cards because they denote the beginning and end of a cycle. I know it says the Fool. That ain't talking about you, a fool. It's saying starting with innocence. Starting without preconceptions. Preconceived notions that your parents, your friends, your family, your culture has laid upon you. Notice the joy of the yellow in the background. Notice his knapsack on his back saying, I don't need much. Now I don't need much to be happy. I just want love. I just want adventure. Kindness. Notice how he looks up, even though the down is dropping. He's not looking down. He's not worried about where he's headed because he knows Spirit's got his back. He has begun over. And he's got a spirit guide. You always do. You always do, whether you know it or not. Whether you know it or not. Lovely card. The red feather on his hat denotes passion. The sun at his back, saying universe has got your back. 3 major arcanas, and we just got started, y'all. Woo! These have been shuffled. Judgment. There's Archangel Raphael. Oh, Gabriel. Sorry, Gabriel. Spirit, what of their past? I'm not keeping it. If it comes back out, double time. Spirit, what of their past is affecting their path right now? What of their past is affecting their path right now? Okay, so it definitely has something to do with ancestral ties and families. I'm going to say I'm feeling 2 different things from these, okay? Often the King of Cups represents the father of the deck. I'm feeling 3 different things. Wow. Okay, so remember, many people out there, so take the notes that resonate with you. I'm feeling like, remember, this is what of your past is affecting your current cycle. First of all, I'm going to say it's lovely to have nice memories on passed away loved ones. If someone has lost a father figure, right? It's nice to have lovely memories over it, but it doesn't help their energy or yours to regret their passing. No, my father died at 42, which is pretty young for a person. I understand that feeling of just feeling sad, and it's okay to miss them. It's okay to miss them. But they're in a much better place than you are. You don't need to miss them. You don't need to feel bad for them. They did not miss out on anything early. They have something amazing going on in their own spot. So just shout out a kiss and I love you, Dad. So that's something else, something I'm feeling. Something else I am feeling is someone who had always wanted this in their life, such as this nice family, the abundance. I've always wished we had a security But your father was a bit watery, or this is feeling like daddy issues for me. Okay. And it could be a father-like figure, but it's like somebody who was very watery, very back and forth, very just never really consistent, but you always wanted the stability. They want you to recognize this cycle now and how it may be playing out in different parts of your life. The third thing I'm feeling here, and this is for someone specific, is you are putting a lot of pressure on possibly your husband, spouse, lover, to be like your father or a male-like figure, or what you think they should be in your life, right? That's kind of what I'm feeling here, and it's like you're not allowing them to flow into their persona of what they want to be in that role. Remembering this is a role, this is an archetype. It's not who you are. If you're a mother, that doesn't make you only a mother. You're not a mother. That's one small role that you play in life. You're also a woman, a man, a lawyer. There's so many things that you are. And if you don't know that, then it's time to find out, right? Don't put that on that person. So this is something cycling back around that they want you to remember. There is a father-like figure. Could be an uncle, a brother. It could be a friend even. But this is someone who made you feel loved and provided a stable environment. Or this is what you wanted and never received, right? Interesting. Spirit, what's crowning over them? What's crowning over them? Spirit, what's crowning over them? I usually pull a triple crown, so I'm going to pull one more. Wow. This is the energy available to you. Okay, this is not me telling your future. I like to be clear here. This is the energy available to you, like portals, if you want to step in. And speaking of portals, fart in the wind, y'all. Okay, now this is usually a great amount of passion. Notice all the new growth on this thing. This is a great amount of passion after a kind of stuck in the muck period, that stankin' thinking. Or not just that, just a hard time in general when things have been hard. They've been hard. And you notice, because you can tell it's a gray cloud here. That gray cloud also is speaking of mental, right? Your mental mind, maybe even some depression, some anxiety. And this is God coming, just punching through that gray cloud, saying, here you go. Here you go. And the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, this is so beautiful. Abundance, fertility in every way. Okay, I will say with these two cards coming out and the Fool, the baby. If you are not wanting to have a child, but that's a possibility, stick on the birth control. But if you are, then this is a very good sign, okay? Because this is new. This is an ace. Plus we got the baby. I call it the baby. The Fool's the baby, right? And then we also have the King of Water, which is the daddy. So very interesting. This is the mother of the deck, right? So the Queen of Pentacles, she's the lady that everybody comes to her house. You know, when there's a barbecue, they're coming to her house. And she loves it. Don't get me wrong though. Notice how her throne is of stone. Okay? That doesn't mean she's hard. That means she has boundaries. She has boundaries. You know, I feel a need to mention my Nana Pam here. I just got back from her house. She always has her door open. She has a nice storm door, but she keeps her front door open. And when it's cold, she's inside. When it's warm, she's outside. And we probably go there every day. Everybody in the neighborhood goes to Nana Pam's. She's not even my real Nana. We just all call her Nana Pam. But when that front door is shut, nobody bothers her. We don't knock on the door. We don't ring the doorbell. We know if Nana Pam's door is open, we can go in. That's what this reminds me of. You know, you are the person that everyone can come to your house. But you also know how to micromanage. It's likely that you have had a career or that you have a career, you have children, and you love it all. This is someone who can micromanage, but also knows how to keep her boundaries or his boundaries. These are not necessarily gender specific, okay? And it's also a reminder, right? This new passion coming into your life, make sure to stay grounded, but enjoy it. This is the card that always reminds me of, enjoy every bit. Like, do you notice how she's looking at her pentacle? Gratitude. Gratitude for what she has. Gratitude. This is an attitude of gratitude. And the more that you have that attitude of gratitude, the more it's coming in to bless you. That part in the wind. Okay. If they step into these energies, what is coming towards them? If they step into these energies, what is coming towards them? 7 of Pentacles. I'm liking this. Okay, so they're immediately saying here, lots and lots of abundance, okay? It's not blown away abundance, okay? But they're asking you to look around at what you are putting your time and attention in, because that is what's growing from your garden, okay? And when I say that, I mean your 3D world. Who, what, when, where, and why are you putting your attention into certain things? It's okay to do a checkup and just look around and say, okay, is this person, place, or even thing bringing good to my life? If not, throw that crap out, right? Walk away. Walk away. Queen of Cups. I was expecting her to come out. She came out twice in the pre-shuffle. Someone's getting more intuitive. They want you to stay grounded. But this stuff's about to blow up, okay? This stuff's about to blow up. Someone's about to get some major perspection shifts and downloads straight from God, straight from universe. Straight from source. Look at this, okay? All the water, this denotes empathic and psychic abilities. She doesn't hold a regular cup. She holds a scribing cup, right? And she looks at it, discerning what is right and what is wrong in this moment. Now we notice the barnacles at her feet. Sometimes those build up because she is so empathic. She takes care of everyone but herself. And these two came out together. So sometimes I'll need you to listen to me here. Sometimes, you know that feeling when your cup runneth over? When you just couldn't fit any more joy in your heart? You can only get that if you keep yours full. But if you keep giving of it, they're saying, what are you putting your time and energy into? If you keep giving of yourself, your energy, your time, your precious energy, and your precious time are 2 commodities that can't be gotten back, right? Energy can be reborn after a time of rest and relaxation, but you never get it back. Time can never ever be gotten back. Money, stuff, all that stuff, it can get back. You can get that back. It's a renewable source, right? But your time, your energy, those things aren't. I think they're very much making it specific here that things are about to get really shiny good for you. They want to remind you to stay grounded through this process and make sure you're not giving. You cannot have a full cup if yours is always empty. It'll never runneth over, no matter how wonderful things are. If yours is always empty, it'll never runneth over. Make sure you're looking at what you're putting out and is it being received? Is it equal? Is it fair? Is it right? Does it feel right? Or do you always feel drained? Are there some people you're around and you always feel drained when you're around them? That was too many. Are there some people you're around and you always feel drained whenever you're done speaking with them or done hanging out with them? Are there some places you go and when you come home, you're just like, ugh, including your job? Is it not yours? Is there something better for you? Spirit, can I please get 3 spirit guide messages? 3 cards came out. Okay. Okay, where's the other one? All right, so we have 10 of Swords. It came out in reverse. So 10 of Swords, this is like overkill. Okay, it don't take 10 swords to kill anybody. But I always notice how it's going through every one of his chakras, right? This is long-term damage. This is many, many years. Each one of those swords was a different situation. And my baby, I know you didn't put yourself here. I know you didn't put yourself here. But it's dang well your fault if you stay there in your heart and in your mind. Ooh, I think it's interesting I said in your heart and in your mind. Is there synchronicity there? 10. End of cycle. 1 plus 0. Beginning of a new. Beginning of a new. Right? They need you to let some of this stuff go. Some of you are still holding on to it. And it's keeping you in that energy. And some of you, I'm feeling very much become depleted because you give too much of yourself. You're always trying to give. And it's kind of caused, it's like I'm looking over here. Maybe it's somebody in your past, a parent who was always seemed like they could do everything. But you probably never saw them crying in their room or just wasted at the end of the day, drained of energy. Right? From the outside, it looks like they held it all together, and they're saying no one can. They're saying, I think it's interesting. On one side, you get the Queen of Pentacles. On the other side, you get the King of Pentacles. And with this one, and look at this one, it's like you need to pay attention what you're putting your time and energy into. It's lovely to put your time and energy into family and friends, even your workplace. But make sure it's for the right reasons. Next up, Page of Pentacles. Again, this is a new offer of abundance. This is someone coming in. Maybe someone, could be someone younger. Page often stands for someone younger who's coming in. Almost like healing old wounds. Maybe it's someone who makes you feel lighter. Could be a friend. It could be a lover. But it's someone who's coming in to make you feel lighter, to make you... I don't know, feel more abundant. And then we have the Knight of Swords here. Very much opening up for new energy. I'm going to clarify this Knight of Swords. Y'all know the Knight of Swords can be a little tricky. Can be impulsivity or just fresh new energy. This Knight right here, look how he's racing forward. The other Knights, they'll be standing all sturdy. This guy's like, charge. It's like a new energy. That's what I'm feeling. Can you please clarify the Knight of Swords? Can you please clarify? It's too many. It's like 10. Can you please clarify the Knight of Swords? Knight of Swords, please. For Sagittarius. For Sagittarius, please. Clarify the Knight of Swords. King of Swords. Oh, I'm loving it. Okay, so someone's getting downloads. Okay, and when I say that, this is like epiphanies. Epiphanies, because the other card that came out on the side, oh yes, many different ways, powerful downloads. Okay, so when I say that, I mean epiphanies, straight up perception changes from God, especially with these two in your middle. It's like someone's had a breakthrough of the way they view the world in general, and bravo for you. Bravo for you. Escalation. Notice how this king right here of swords, right, the blue of his gown stands for spirituality, the purple for royalty. Notice that he's also got blue armor. All of the swords are about the mental spirituality and connection to spirit, right? Notice that his throne goes straight up to the heavens, so much so that it's cut off. Also notice his throne has butterflies on it, butterflies of transformation. Someone's transforming, changing their perception, and it's like there's no going back. There's no going back. Ooh, your life's about to change for the better. Stay grounded. Stay grounded, because I feel like because of this perception shift, things are going to be coming in. God's going to be handing you stuff. Yes. Spirit, how do other people see them? Sagittarius, how do other people see them? How do other people... Ooh, interesting. Two of Pentacles and Two of Wands. So what I'm feeling immediately here is people see you as being able to pretty much do anything. Jack of all trades. You can do anything. You're the person they run to for help when they need help, advice, anything. And if you can't do it, you know someone who does. That kind of feeling. That's what I'm getting. But I'm also seeing here, they think you could have done so much more, right? When we look at this, it's almost like you've been contained, or even overwhelmed, maybe not focused your energy in on your dream. What's your dream, right? Maybe a lot of kids, maybe a big family, and you're just the center of that, right? But we look at him holding the world in his hands, and it could be so much bigger. We look at him, he's dressed nicely, he's got a nice balcony, but he's looking out, missing something. Spirit, what are their hopes and fears? 2 twos. 2 2. What are their hopes and fears? For Sagittarius, please. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears for Sagittarius. Another 2. Okay, so fear being, first of all, you hate being out of control. You like your control. This is your greatest fear, not knowing what's going on, being blinded. You probably also don't like choices. You also don't love the cyclical changes. And, for most, I'm reading this in the placement it came out of also intuitively, but this usually means this is just a cycle. That's what this crescent moon means. This time period, this hardship that you're going through, notice how she doesn't know, because she's wearing the blindfold, that she holds the power. She's not tied up. She's just sitting there of her own free will, blindfolded, don't know what's going on. And I feel like Sagittarius, for you, this don't work. That ain't working for you. Okay, here's your greatest hope. Absolute peace, contentment. I just want my own spot. I want to be comfortable. I ain't asking to, be gloriously rich, even though that would be surely nice. But all these pentacles, this woman, she got it going on. Male or female. Peace, contentment, abundance in every way, shape, and form. Greatest hope, greatest fear. You don't like being faced with hard choices either, do you, Sag? That's what I'm feeling there too. You love the feeling of this earthiness, of having your abode and it be your own. It's lovely. I'm getting a very peaceful, easy, peaceful, easy feeling. And I'm let you down. I can't remember the song. 'Cause I'm already standing on the ground. Nobody can let you down once you're standing solid on the ground, right? Nobody can let you down anymore. Because I'm already good. If you screw up, I'm already good. I'm already good. You can't screw me up. Sucks for you. Spirit, what's the final outcome if they choose, if they choose to step into these energies? What's the final outcome? Woo! Woo! 4 of Wands, celebration, absolute celebration, joy, unbridled joy. Coming together with family can also mean marriage or wedding. Knight of Cups, and Page of Wands. This came out in your pre-shuffle, Sag. This came out in your pre-shuffle. Okay, what I'm feeling here is, wow, Knight of Wands is next. I got to keep it. And I want to say this at the bottom of the deck, okay? Judgment. This is about resurrection. You are resurrecting. You are lifting up. You are resurrecting. This is Archangel Gabriel blowing his horn. This is a new way to look at the world. You are here for this huge, this perception change. Is everything's different now. And it's opening up the passion inside of you, getting fired up. Look at that horse. He's like, yes. This is a Knight of Wands, right? Now remember, you have this Knight of Swords. Okay, don't be too impulsive. I'm going to say that. Stay grounded with this Queen of Pentacles coming out in your crown. Stay grounded. Remember who you are, Simba. Okay? But we got 3 nights. For some of you. This can be for a few of you, okay? I don't speak about love very often, but it comes out sometimes. You may have a few different suitors coming out, okay? This may be a few different suitors, a few different men with many different horses, okay? Look at his romantic horse, the Knight of Cups. Oh, he's a romantic. He's a romantic. And then we got this fired up little, oh, look at you, little bugaboo, coming in all fiery, right? Could be a fire sign. Then we got our air signs over here. He's like, mine. Possessive a little bit. Mine. So it could be 3 very different suitors. However, what I'm feeling here is someone is able to open themselves up to a new way of loving life with this innocence, right? Pure intention. Letting go of this. Truly letting it go. Healing it, feeling it, and releasing it. Feel it, heal it, and release it. That was a little backwards. Feel it, heal it, and then release it. Like a fart in the wind, y'all. Like a fart in the wind. Because until you do, they cannot bring this in. There ain't no room for all that new growth, right? That looks like a man's, right? And then you get the 4 of Wands. And this is long-term joy, stability. And also notice here, the 11, 11, right? And if you take 4, 1, 1, 1, 1, 11, 11. Okay, this is the 4 of Wands. So someone is heading towards a longer standing joy without so much of this going on. I feel like you've been pretty steady for a minute. And it's like now you want, oh, the bottom of the deck, the King of Wands. Ooh, someone's got, look at you coming out, Sagittarius. Yes. And do you notice back there, the lizard's eating its own tail? That's true transformation. Notice how, yeah, see that salamander down there? Yep. Notice how he's leaning forward. He's the only king in the deck who leans forward like, I'm waiting on the next adventure. It's almost like you healed this pain. And now you're ready for the next adventure. Something's broken through. Someone's got a new perception level. Interesting. You definitely have someone coming in. Male or female. You have someone coming in. Most likely a love interest, but could be a really good friend that just blows your mind. Just blows your mind. And you guys may just have long talks where you geek out on the same stuff. And maybe it's even about, universal goofball stuff. I don't know. Just a lot. I'm feeling, remember when I started the reading, I felt this constriction in my chest, this anxiety. Like some of you may have even in the last few months had some serious like panic attacks or almost like chest pain even. Restriction in my breathing. And now I'm just feeling this amazing joy for you. This is all opening up. If it hasn't yet, it's coming. It's coming. You are right in the process of this veil lifting. Please remember, praying is talking to God. Meditation is listening. It is a two-way conversation. They're really wanting me to remind you of that there. I want to read your starseed card. I pulled this at the beginning. So I'm exceeded. I'm exceeded. I'm exceededly excited. I'm exceedingly excited to know what this is going to say. Life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. I love how she's jumping from a portal, diving into the unknown, into a new world. And that's exactly what I feel for you. You're diving from this unknown into this new world. Like you're charging forth like, okay then. Okay then. Yeah. Resurrection. For sure. Okay. Earth school. You're at Earth school. You're at Earth school. That's all. Ooh, I gotta pee after this. It just came upon me. Okay, Earth school. Planet Earth is a great initiation for the soul and life lessons that are the curriculum for which we enroll. These aren't one-time lessons, but themes that we choose to circle around, deepening our experience of them as we make our way through the spiral of life. Life lessons aren't only about getting it right, they're also about getting it wrong. Right? Do a life review. Look back a little. It's okay. Don't be scared. We all did it. We all did it. Whatever you did, I did worse. Okay? I promise. Okay. Also about getting it wrong. Remembering that Earth is a planet of polarity helps with this understanding. My throat started closing up. It's so weird. Y'all stop it. Remembering that the planet is a planet of remembering that Earth is a planet of polarity helps with this understanding. Each year, the study deepens more and more. If you pulled this card while you're going through a difficult time, you are being prompted to remember that your soul came here to grow and learn. Try not to look at difficult times as getting it wrong. Instead, see them as opportunities for soul growth. If you can find a way, and I know how difficult this can be, but once you do it, it gets easier every time, I promise. That I do promise you. If you can find a way to grow and soften your heart through the highs and lows, your soul is most definitely growing, which is the whole point of this eternal transformation. Softening your heart through the highs and lows, not hardening it against it, softening and flowing into it. It's okay to feel it. It's okay to cry about it. It's okay to even be mad about it. Pulling this card can also mean that you're being called to embark on a new area of study or growth. This could be through structured learning, such as university, school, or a training course. If you have difficulties in relationships, you're being reminded that these are opportunities for soul growth. And I want to jump in here and say not only your soul growth, but how dare you take away theirs. It may not be for you that this difficulty with that family member. Remember, I saw a lot of conflict earlier, and I saw a lot of family stuff coming out. Like people want things to be the way they used to be, or it was a weird feeling. You can't do that. That's not growth. It's never going to be that way again. Get over it, right? Move forward. And don't take away other people's soul growth by just ghosting them or continuing on a discrepancy. Maybe it's them that needs to grow, and maybe it's you. Maybe it's you. You're being reminded that these opportunities for soul growth, after all, relationships are known as the number one way that we grow as souls while we are here on earth. Soul Seed Star Inquiry, if you drew this card. How are you being called? You being called to grow and learn from your soul. Maybe intellectually. Maybe it is a new class. Maybe it is a new book. When's the last time you read a book that actually blew your mind a little? Believe me, there's millions out there. Go read it. Okay, beautiful Sagittarius. I adore you all. Support a sister. Like and subscribe. So bomb me in the pants. You're going to fall off this couch. Look, her butt's getting close. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just playing. Don't get mad. Did you see her face? She got so mad. I'm sorry. She'll actually fall asleep like this sometimes if I hold her there. All right, guys. I adore you all. Catch you on the flip side.